Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Fun Friday. So our theme for this week has been feelings and emotions. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you some of my favourite calming activities and techniques that I use for when I'm feeling really super duper stressed or angry or upset and I just need a little bit of help to calm down. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today and I really hope that these are helpful for you all too. So the first activity is actually called box breathing. So I'm not sure how well you can see this, but I will film it from a different angle so then you can do it on there too. But the whole point of box breathing is to breathe in the pattern that the box tells you to. So along the top it says breathe in for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold the breath for 4 seconds. And you just follow the box round. So I'm going to insert a clip now of the box and then we're going to do the exercise together. So this is my box breathing graph from a better angle, so hopefully you'll be able to read it better. But as you can see along the top it says breathe in for 4 seconds, hold breath for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold breath for 4 seconds. I have found that for some 4 seconds is quite a long time, so you can change it to 3 or to 2. But the whole idea is to really focus in on your breathing patterns rather than thinking about whatever it is that is making you feel overwhelmed. So feel free to give it a try now. In, hold, out, hold. So that was box breathing and I really hope that you found that beneficial. That's one of my favourite ones to use. There's also another one that's very similar that you can use, and you can either draw the handprint, so you can draw around a handprint, or you can use your hand or your parent or carer or family member's hands, or your parent or carer can do it for you and they can use your hand and talk you through it whilst they're doing it. So the whole point of this is that you hold your hand out and you use, it doesn't matter which hand you use, but I'm right-handed so I'm going to use my left hand. And as you go up, you breathe in, and as you go down, you breathe out. And then you go up and you breathe in, and you go down and you breathe out. And you do it right up until you get to the end. And if you feel like you need to go around again, you are more than welcome to keep going as many times as you need to. So we're going to do that now. Are you ready? So we're going to breathe in, and in and out. And that should help you to feel so much calmer when you're feeling really overwhelmed or stressed. So yeah, that was finger breathing. And the last activity that I think can be really helpful is the senses grounding technique. So I've drawn mine as a handprint, but you don't need to draw it out, you can just do it all in your head. But yeah, so the whole idea of this is that you think of 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can taste, and 1 thing you can touch. So with that, it really helps you to focus on where you are right now and to be really mindful of everything that's going on around you. So it should help you to quieten your mind and think about everything else that's happening. So the things you could see could be the wall, it could be your pet, it could be your family member, it could be little things like you might see a little toy in the corner, you know, just think of things that you can see and that's absolutely fine. Things you can hear. So for me right now, I can hear someone playing football outside, I can hear my own voice, I can hear the aircon unit, which hopefully you can't, but I can. I hear the door shutting. I don't know who that was, but there's someone else here and it was the door. So yeah, so that really helps me to focus on that. The 3 things I can smell. So I can smell myself, which is okay. I can smell the sensory room. If any of you have been in here, you'll know what I mean by that. It's not a bad smell, but it just smells like the sensory room. But you get the point of that. It might be that you can smell some food, you might be able to smell some washing powder, you might be able to smell, if you've been outside and it's been raining, you might be able to smell the rain. So yeah, just think of things that you can smell. 2 things you can taste. So this is when it gets fun, because when I do this activity, I go and find some food so that I can taste that. So You know, you might have just brushed your teeth and you can taste your toothpaste, or you might have just had your dinner and you can taste that. And then touch. So anything you can feel. It might be your clothes, it might be your hair, but it could be anything that you can reach out and touch. So the idea of this exercise is that you're meant to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But it can be just as beneficial just to think of one thing for each, because by the time you've thought of them all and you've met all of your senses, hopefully you would have been thinking about that rather than thinking about whatever it is that's making you feel overwhelmed. So they are all of my favourite techniques and exercises that I do for when I'm feeling really stressed and overwhelmed, and I'm hoping that lots of them will help you too. I know lots of deep breathing can be really beneficial, and things like that generally anyway. There are so many resources online for mindfulness for children and young adults. There's lots of ones for individuals with disabilities. So please, if none of these have helped you personally, please go out there and have a look, because there's so many different things that could be out there that could help you. So yeah, go and check them out. I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's Fun Friday. I know it's been a little bit different, but I found it really beneficial to know all these things. And as I said earlier in the week, I know a lot of you have been back to school and back to PARC this week, so it can be quite overwhelming. So yeah, hopefully these things have helped you, and yeah, I'll see you again next week for some more videos. I hope you have a great weekend, and that's all. Goodbye.